I believe that most small business owners and service providers are selling themselves short by allowing themselves to believe that what they do is mundane. If you think about a plumbing company, they might talk about offering 24/7 service. They're always going to pick up the phone. You might see a software company talk about how they can make a business or process more efficient. Or you might hear a realtor talk about the features or the amenities of a home in the beautiful neighborhood. These claims and these facts are nice to know, but they're just simply not enough to elicit the sort of emotion in a buyer or build the trust that's needed to help somebody feel confident about trading you their hard-earned dollars. So I believe that most service businesses are actually leaving a lot of money on the table by failing to connect with the meaning behind the seemingly mundane work that they do. So in this video, I want to show you exactly how you can dig into that meaningful side of your work and craft relatable stories around it, and ultimately turn your buyers into more dedicated, loyal customers who really understand and see the value behind the work that you do. So let's jump into my screen here. We often overlook the profundity in the mundane. See, we go to work every day and it's a routine. I want you to think about when you started to do what you do, or before you started your business. You may have had a passion for a certain craft, the specialty of what you now offer as a product or a service. And think about how over time that passion sort of died down. The more you made it your job, the less you found it exciting, right? And so when your work becomes routine, you sort of forget how much it actually means. Also, a lot of businesses are in commoditized markets or saturated industries, whether it's a trade or real estate or food business, you name it. And so when we see so many people in the marketplace doing exactly what we do, we tend to think of it as mundane. We think it's just something that's inherently uninteresting. And so if we're overly familiar with our business, or we're operating in a saturated industry and we see our work as mundane, then when we're thinking about marketing, our tendency is to focus too much on features. So it may be important for your potential customers to know that you're the fastest in the business, that you're licensed and insured, that you have responsive customer service, or what your actual pricing is. These things are important to know, but they're just facts. There's no emotional connection built there between you and the potential buyer when you're just simply talking about your features. So by focusing only on features, you're overlooking the stories of how your work actually makes a real difference in the lives of people. And that's what a lot of businesses are overlooking when they view what they do as mundane. So what may be ordinary to you because you do it every day is actually extraordinary to your customer because it supports them in their life, it helps them to solve specific problems, or helps them pursue their dreams and aspirations. So instead of defining your business and your marketing in technical terms, I want you to think more about the transformations that you make possible for other people. In a world that's so flooded now with information, there's really an opportunity for you to make a deeper, more emotional connection with potential buyers by focusing less on these commoditized aspects of your business and focusing only on features, and focusing more on the stories that resonate emotionally. So I want to tell you a personal story about when this really clicked for me. Some years ago, I was hired by a client in the SaaS industry, software as a service, and they asked me to capture an interview or testimonial from a customer of theirs in Tennessee. And so in my mind, this seemed somewhat mundane at first. I expected that I would interview this customer and I would hear about the new system. I would hear about the great customer support that they got from my client, their streamlined operations now that they've implemented this new software. This was to me a story that was sort of matter of fact. So I sat down with this business owner and I started asking him questions. And I did hear about the features and the benefits of this particular software and how it helped his business. But there was this real powerful moment where he started telling me a story about his family. And he started talking about his wife who was pregnant with their next baby, and how he was so stressed out, and how he really didn't know how he could dedicate time, to take care of his wife and his family and also run his business, which felt like it was in total chaos. And so he came upon this solution from my client, the software company. He went through the process of implementing it in his business. And he told me about the transformation that he had experienced. And he started talking about how now, thanks to this solution and the support of this team, how he wasn't going to miss his kids' ball games, and how he would now be able to spend time with his family. And he got emotional. He choked up. And it really struck me in that moment how even a seemingly mundane business or solution could really be deeply meaningful for somebody in the way that it changed their life, like this man.
Everybody wants to own their own business so you can spend more time with your family, and a lot of times that's really not the case. But with this system now, I feel that I'm not going to miss those ball games. Not going to miss the little things that mean so much in a family, because this technology is amazing.
So the reality is that if we're in business, sometimes it could be easy to just get in a rut, and we're thinking too transactionally. We're thinking, how can I make more money, or how can I get in front of more people, or what tactics and techniques can help me to grow my business. But when you think about the customer, or even when you think of yourself as a customer, you remember that we as people experience deep-seated pains in many areas of our lives, or strong desires and dreams about what we want for our life. And so as a business, if you can help people solve those pains or achieve those dreams, and then crucially share those stories as the core part of your marketing message, then you can form an emotional connection with new potential buyers who experience those same pains and have those same dreams. And that's the power of telling stories in your marketing. And what happens in that process is that you build trust with new potential buyers, because they hear about other people just like them who were able to achieve some kind of transformation thanks to your business. It's all about trust. Building trust really is the ultimate goal of your marketing. People will only hand over their money or their data or their loyalty to your business if they understand and believe that you're not going to exploit them. So when people are experiencing some pain, or they have some dream that they think that your business can help them to solve, they're on a journey essentially from an initial point of curiosity to ultimately commitment to your business and to making a transaction. And all along the way, on every step of that journey, people are going to hesitate. And it's because they have this fear and this worry that they could be betrayed, that you will not ultimately deliver on what you promise, and that they'll be played a fool. So before making any purchase, people are weighing the odds. What is the chance that I'm going to be betrayed versus getting what I was promised? So of course, the most essential part of building trust is delivering on what you promise. This video isn't about being a person of integrity or being dedicated to service. If that's not what you're about, I don't think I can help you. What I'm assuming is that as a service business, you're already helping people in profound ways, and you just may not be recognizing or remembering it. So I want to help you to uncover those stories. So remember, we're going beyond just talking about features, and we're looking for the real human impact behind the work that you do. So how's it done in practice? The reality is that you probably already have these kinds of success stories in your business. Even if you've only been in business for a short time, there's a reason that people are hiring you. And so long as you're delivering on what you promised, then you're probably already making an impact on people's lives and businesses. Are people leaving you positive reviews? Are they sending you thanks or compliments in emails or text messages? Are you hearing about people talking about you through the grapevine? What you want to do is you want to follow up with these people, and you want to try to capture their testimonials. And that's going to be the essence of the story-based marketing for your business. Well, this is not a lesson on video production, but let's do a quick run through on how this is done. You can do it on a lower budget, you can do it on a higher budget, but either way, you're very likely to see a transformation in your business when you start embracing this kind of storytelling in your marketing. If you have a marketing budget, or you have more money than time to invest, then you can hire a professional video production company to put together a higher quality, higher impact customer testimonial. But I don't want this to scare you off. The The reality is that there are lower budget solutions, and that's what I want to focus on today because I want this to be as accessible to as many people as possible. Now, the first thing I want you to do is when you uncover some of these accounts from customers where you made a real difference in their life or their business, I want you to follow up with them and I want you to ask them to participate in filming a testimonial. So what you want to do is you want to tell them how much you appreciate them sharing what your business meant to them, and tell them that you want to highlight their story so that you can help reach other people like them that would benefit from knowing about their experience. And I want you to offer them some kind of incentive. And really, it's as simple as giving them a free or discounted service the next time they have an appointment, offer them a gift certificate to a restaurant in town, or even a little bit of cash to compensate them for their time. It's just about being thoughtful and appreciative of them getting together with you and spending more time to help you in your business and share more of their story. Now, there's a few ways that you can film this testimonial. The easiest way to do it is on Zoom, on Google Meet, or any other video call tool that you use. You just get together with your customer online, you have a conversation. Ultimately, you're going to cut that down to a more concise story that you can share across your platforms to build trust. This is the easiest way to do it is Zoom or some other kind of video calling tool. If you want to bring a little more production value, but you're not going to hire a video production company, you can of course use your phone, and it could be as simple as you just holding your phone up vertically and asking them some questions.
How was the service with 352 Hall and Crew?
They took a hot tub out of here that I've been wanting gone for years.
Wow.
He came in with his team of 4 people, and guess what? In 5 minutes, it was gone.
Yes,
I would hire them anytime.
Nice to get rid of stuff.
yes ma'am. Thank you as well.
And
We
thank
appreciate
you for knowing how to put things and not scratch things. And
Yes,
I
ma'am.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. We appreciate you.
Or you can try to make it a little bit of a nicer video. And I want to just quickly share with you a few tools that you can invest in under $100 that will just improve the lighting, the quality, and the sound of your video. So number one, you want to try to keep that image stable, ideally. So you can buy a tripod for as little as $20 on Amazon. You want to try to spotlight your customer. You don't want them to be in the dark or with an unflattering overhead light. So you can invest in a ring light that's just really a few dollars as well. And if you can improve the sound, you can do that by either buying a low budget lavalier microphone or clip-on microphone. And then whether that interview is taking place on Zoom or at your customer's home or at your office, I want you to just put some thoughts beforehand into the questions that you're going to ask. And I want you to think about what you can ask the customer that's not just yes or no questions or a question simply about the facts of what they got from you, but ask them those emotional questions. Ask them about what they were struggling with before they reached out to you. Ask them about what your business did for them, and more importantly, how it helped them achieve some kind of transformation. Ask them what it meant for them to have that problem solved. So remember to ask those kind of feeling oriented questions, because that's what's really going to uncover the story about what your seemingly mundane business really meant to them. So think about those questions and come prepared. And now that you've captured your interview, I know it's not a small task for someone who doesn't have experience to edit a video, but ideally you want to be able to cut that video down to the concise sound bites and put together a story that's respectful of your viewers' time, not just the full interview, but maybe a 1 to 3 minute account of your customer story. Now, if you're not working with a production company, you can certainly hire freelance editors on freelance marketplaces like Upwork or Fiverr. You can look for an editor locally, whether it's at a local university or putting out a job listing. And if you want to do it DIY, take a look at free tools, whether it's the iMovie on your Mac, Clipchamp on your Windows machine, or even Canva, you can edit a video. So ideally, you can make capturing these kinds of customer stories a routine process in your business, and you can make sure to follow up with those key customers quarterly or monthly to try to capture these accounts. And don't overthink it. Here's an example of a reading software company that captures powerful stories from their customers all over the country just via video call.
For the last couple of years, we knew that she was learning to read, and she'd been struggling a little bit and really not enjoying the process. And Josephine is extremely smart, but we knew that she was having a hard time and moving a little slow. So the big change that we've seen with her, and I actually even just recently I took a picture of it, is her sitting on the couch next to our new dog and reading. Like, not for homework, not for anything, just for pleasure. Like, she's doing so good. Is this real? I love this program.
You can implement these kinds of videos throughout your website, on your social media, in person at presentations. There's so much value that you can get out of sharing your story in a way that's really compelling, because you're sharing other people's accounts, other people talking about your business, which is way more powerful than you talking about your own business. Now, I know that was just a quick run through about how to create a customer testimonial, but if you want to learn more about how to uncover your customers' stories and turn that into high impact content that you can use to build trust throughout all your different channels, we've created a free training called From Reviews to Revenue that'll teach you how to do that. So just click the link below to sign up for that. Now, I want to leave you with this. I want you to remember that showcasing genuine human impact is your best marketing move this year. If you've been falling into the trap of thinking that your business is mundane, I want you to recognize that no matter how ordinary your business might seem, the impact that you leave in the lives of other people is far from mundane. You have a real opportunity to uncover the stories about how your business truly helps people. And sharing those stories is how you help build trust in other potential buyers so that they can overcome the hesitation that they have about entering into transaction with your business. So focus on the stories, not the features of your business. And I'm hopeful that you're going to start seeing better outcomes in your business this year. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next one.